All right, folks, we're going to let you in on probably the hardest tank that we've ever done here. The reason why we've done these tanks in aluminum, what we're going to point out here with the arrows, is this is an early tank. You can see where it was welded around the cap well on here. And what you're looking at is a fiberglass piece which I took off an original tank, and that's to shore up the nomenclature of this tank before we weld the rest of it together. And you'll note there's location holes in it for where we drill the holes to put the mounting screws for the front latch. Here's the bottom side of that view, and the holes in the front, you can see them right there, and you can see where we fiberglassed in these two boards across to hold and maintain the actual shape of the original tank. We haven't fitted this one into this mold yet, and you'll see that the inside isn't completed, and we leave it that way until we get the tank shape to fit into this mold. You'll notice here we've got some more holes. These are not petcock holes. These are just so we can see when the tank actually makes contact with the mold. So at this point, we're showing you the updated cap or fuel well on this model, and you can see the aircraft sealant around that top flange. Looks really good when the cap is installed in it, though. We're also going to talk about, if you notice in the reflection you can see on this side of the tank here, let me point it out. That is that graininess that I mentioned earlier. That's from reheating the metal more than once. It sort of pulls the grain out of it like that. Here's a shot of a tank that we got in like 4 times. This got shipped out to a gentleman in California, and it went through UPS. We got it back like 3 times. We finally shipped it out the 4th time, but it's like somebody in UPS would drop this from a height. We had bubble wrap around it and then styrofoam in the package and everything, but California, not real sure if they have a vendetta on UPS or something there, but we made a lot of money on this, redoing it several times for the insurance on this. But this is the inside of that tank. We had to open up that front around the butterfly to actually pop those dents out, replenish it. What you're seeing now is a billet. We put these billets in the front and in these sides here. The sides are for a rubber grommet that actually holds, pads it from the frame and holds the tank down when you latch the front down. You're seeing the inside of the completed fuel well. This is how it went with those 8 5mm bolts in there. This is just another shot of that billet that is welded into these, and this is the last piece to go in. We normally would tack right in the middle front so that wouldn't warp out of reach with the rest of it, and then we'd carefully tap it into place. This is a little gusset that we welded in for fuel pump clearance in there. This was where we replaced the fuel lines. This actual tank had the non-submersible fuel lines, so we had to go in and replace those. In the front, once more, that's where the butterfly meets, the front piece meets the inside of the tank. Here's a shot at that oval flange. These are the fuel line bungs on this side. You'll see the little notch out of the oval machined flange we have here. That's, I think, 3/8" aluminum. This is for the wiring loom, wiring harness clearance on this side. So we had a little dugout on that side, something typical with the oval flanges. And what you're seeing here is the back of that butterfly, and we're just about to weld that. This is what we tack first. We tack it across that front flange. Then we carefully maneuver the metal into the sides over here. There's a piece we call the banana that we stick in here. We couldn't get the edges of the tank to come in far enough, so we had to put a little piece in there. Here's the difference between the round flange, or the S2 model, and the S4 with the oval flange. And what we're pointing out here is these back pivot lugs. We made that out of like a 6-piece welded together part, and then consequently we went to a molded piece. I actually had a kiln, and we made our cast our aluminum parts. And there's our bung outlets once again, and those are ready to put the fittings in. You're seeing this whole lineup of tanks here. These are early tanks with the welded in gas cap well, and this is how we finished them off. We would file them down across the top and smooth it off. And that about does it for the Monster series. Thanks everybody for watching these.